Another game, another day at the office. This is yet another childhood classic of mine. I remember my third PS2 breaking down sometime in 2006, I think. My uncle gave me his original Xbox with two Duke controllers, with games like Project Gotham Racing 1 and NBA Inside Drive, 2002. Then I bought newer games like Halo, Halo 2, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 1, Star Wars Republic Commandos, Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2, Mercenaries, Rally Fusion Race of Champions, Splinter Cell, which I never played, Dead or Alive 3, Project Gotham Racing 2, and of course, Fable. I played it and completed it a few times, so I want to give out my faults to it. But is it still worth playing to this day? Let's take a look. Fable is a hack-and-slash RPG with elements of action involving doing good and bad things in the game world. For example, when you kill bad guys, you will increase your moral to good, and if you do bad things like killing innocents, your evil moral increases. You'll be able to use 3 different attacks like spells, bow, and sword. You also have the chance to build up different abilities from health, skills, and learning lots of spells to your liking. There are different towns you can visit during a quest or in your downtime. You collect quest cards from the guild to progress and do side missions. You can also boast to earn more gold and fame, like doing one of the quests naked, for example. Though, I doubt you'll be able to do that in the Royal Marines. I like the game. It looks good for the time and it's very simple. It doesn't take itself too seriously and has a decent variety of enemies I can take on. The customization is somewhat decent as well, with different colours of armour and clothing you can buy. You can do pretty much anything you like. Buy a house, get married, get drunk, swear at guards, cheat on your wife, murder, give souls to the evil temple and donate money to the good temple. And best of all, fart. Basically my to-do list. Not really, I lied about the last bit. I didn't say entirely everything, so you can't swim and can't jump off ledges. The game is pretty much too simple. There's surprisingly lack of any serious threat, and I can just hack and slash through without any effort, which is a shame, because the game can do with something challenging. It also didn't help that one of the game's main developers, Peter Molyneux, overhyped the game and promised features that weren't even in the game. And I'm not a fan of those sort of tactics in the gaming industry in general, but that's a different story for another time. Luckily, I wasn't aware of the guy at the time, and I wasn't even bothered about the hype one bit. I also wasn't a fan of the citizens' sense of humor, as it just comes off as annoying and stupid.
Wonderful! Oh yes! Wonderful! Oh yes!
There is a story that I barely mentioned, as I just found it generic for my liking. The characters are just bland. You get to grow up with someone called Whisper, and I just couldn't care as it's really dull. It's not poorly written by any means, it's just boring. The game feels linear, which has not bothered me too much, but some people might not take it to their liking. I didn't like the sword attacks as it feels too simple. Weird as I complimented the game for it, but I wish there was more variety of attacks. Granted, I may have used a hammer, but you still do the same thing over and over. The biggest offense in this game makes is that I feel perhaps too overpowered and destroys any good threat, and you even beat the final boss without sweat. Despite this, do I like it? Yes. It's actually quite good. I love the simple gameplay and it reminds me of the old hack and slash games from yesteryear. Don't think of it as Skyrim, because nothing can beat it. But think of it as an arcade hack and slash with minor RPG elements, and you might get the idea. It's not for hardcore RPG fanatics, as they'd likely find Fable a joke. But if you're curious about it or want something that isn't too complicated while not caring what others think, then go for it, cause there's much worse RPGs than Fable on the market, and Peter may have promised too much, but he's given me something good at least. I give this game a green. Thank you ever so much for watching, and hopefully this surprise was worth it. If not, then at least it wasn't Call of Duty. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, like, and share to help me improve my content. Next week, I'll be looking at the sequel on Xbox 360. See you there.
God, it's so heavy. I'm getting my ass whooped. God, stop it. I'm on a quest, you little twerps. This hammer's gonna make you. Will you stop it? This hammer's heavier than you think it is. It's amazing how you're all struggling against me with this stupidly heavy hammer. Just you wait till I level up. Then you'll be sorry by then. I could be using my spells and stuff, but I can't be bothered or you're all too close to me. Maybe next time I should file a restraining order on you all. Hey, stop throwing glowing balls at me! Oh, good God, I barely survived.